WBC lightweight champ Shakur Stevenson will be defending his title against Joe Cordina on October 12th. Now, what we were expecting on October 12th was Stevenson versus William Zepeda. But from what I'm hearing, Zepeda's wife is having a baby at around that time, so Zepeda wanted to move it back to February. And like I always said, I trust Zepeda. I think Zepeda wants to fight. What I don't trust is Oscar De La Hoya, because he liked to put his fighters in a witness protection program. Now, the knock on Shakur Stevenson is not he's fighting somebody else. It's that he's fighting Joe Cordina, who's coming up from super featherweight and also coming off a loss. And not just a loss, a knockout loss. This will be the second fighter in a row that he has faced coming off a loss. You know, you hear people say, well, he could have fought De Los Santos. He could have picked Raymond Morataya. I even heard whispers of Mark Chamberlain. And we know going in October 12th, this is just a tune-up fight for Shakur Stevenson. But at least pick somebody that's coming off a win or have a winning streak. Not a super featherweight that's just been knocked out and now is moving up in weight to fight you. Or what about a unification match with Barancek? I mean, Hearn and Bob can reach a deal to make that fight for October 12th. I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh could swing that for Shakur Stevenson. Instead, we're getting Joe Blow from super featherweight. Or what about the De Los Santos fight? I know he's with the PBC, but Turkey has had PBC fighters on his cards. They couldn't swing that again? I would be very interested in a rematch when it comes to those two to see if Shakur Stevenson could redeem himself. That fight right there left a bad taste in Shakur Stevenson's mouth. People had a different image of Shakur Stevenson after this fight because they believe he's scared to get hit and he ran the whole fight. So to me, that would have been a great rematch for Shakur Stevenson to redeem himself in the boxing public's eye. But no, we don't get that. We're going to get Glass Joe Cordina, October 12th.
You know, personally, I've been saying this for 2 years. I think Benavidez runs him over like a train running over a car that's stuck in the train tracks. That's what I think, and I stick with that. And his apprehension to fight the mandatory continuously only further cements my opinion of that. So I don't think he's gonna fight Benavidez. The only reason I want to see him fight Benavidez is for the belts, because I don't even think it would be a good fight.
Not only does Paulie Malignaggi believe David will beat Canelo, he thinks he'll run him over like a train. And he doubles down on this. He's been saying this for years. He also believes this is not a competitive fight. David Benavidez beats Canelo easy. Malignaggi said he's no longer interested in Canelo fights. He says the only problem he has with Canelo is he's holding up the division. And he says if he wants to do all these fights with Berlinga, or go to Japan and fight somebody, or fight Jake Paul, fights like that, he says he has no problem with that. He says he wants Canelo to give up the belts and let the legit 168-pound fighters fight for him. He also thinks Canelo's more than likely to fight Crawford over Benavidez because Crawford is a smaller fighter. Also in the boxing world, there's a lot of overreaction. You know, before the Madrimov fight, some people actually thought Crawford had a chance in that fight. And then after the Madrimov fight, they're like, oh, well, Canelo smoked him easy. The boxing world, especially with social media, it's a lot of overreaction. I never thought Crawford could beat Canelo in the first place, but the people that did think he could beat him changed their mind after the Madrimov fight. And they probably will change their mind again if Canelo does not stop Berlinga. Hopefully the Sheik will be able to come to terms with both these guys and make the fight next year. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you think about Paulie Malignaggi's comments. JBZ, I'm gone.